XM is crucial. Keep your reserves high.
Hello agents, I'm Susanna Moyer and this is the Ingress Report. When faced with the portal crisis, created by Dr. Devra Bogdanovich's portal virus, agents from around the globe banded together to raise the global mind unit count to over 700 million, temporarily reversing the effects of the virus. This achievement highlights the dedication and skill of Ingress agents around the world, but it only scratches the surface. In Operation Deadliest BAF, a resistance dream born in the fall of 2013, agents in the US, Canada, Mexico, Japan, Croatia and Israel collaborated for months to plan and execute a series of megafields over the Pacific Rim and North America. With multiple fields valued at 67.5 million mind units each, the Resistance may have set new records for North America. Meanwhile, the Enlightened concentrated on a new agent initiative codenamed Appleseed, designed to recruit and train the newest generation of Enlightened agents with first-hand team building and global coordination. 48 sites from Aberdeen, Scotland to Zhelezno-Rozhny, Russia, and more than 470 agents took part to establish 3,916 links. And finally, just as Helios has brought together agents from the Enlightened and Resistance to counteract the Bogdanovich portal virus, agents from both factions have come together to carry out their own cross-faction operations. In Atlanta, agents memorialized Agent Dark Knight by creating a cross-faction bat signal in his honor. Agents can donate to this cause at RyanTyndallFamilyFund.com. In Japan, agents created a heart and origami crane as a symbol of hope, good fortune and peace in Hiroshima, where a memorial ceremony will be held this week. And in South Florida, Agent Zinrock and Viridian Siren hosted a cross-faction picnic to meet local agents face-to-face, donate blood, and raise money for the March of Dimes. Meanwhile, the planning for the next Helios Anomalies continues both at the highest strategic levels and on the ground. On August 9, exotic matter anomalies will take place in Taipei, with satellites in Hong Kong and Kuala Lumpur, followed by Chicago, with satellites in Richmond and Galveston. In addition to these cities, a dozen regional cells in countries such as Japan, New Zealand, Germany, India and the Czech Republic will also be part of this anomaly, enabling agents across the globe to help influence the outcome. Further details are available in the Visua Technology Anomaly document. The heart of the Helios Anomaly series is the effort to undo the effects of the Bogdanovich portal virus. Up until now, agents have only been able to partially mitigate its effects. However, a permanent solution may have emerged. Last week, agents in San Diego and Dublin were able to collect and assemble a document that revealed that the portals themselves may hold an answer to the virus. The document described a global mechanism that could counter the effects of the virus if a set of XM artifacts were transported to a series of target portals. These target portals will appear two at a time in locations around the globe, one aligned to the Resistance modulated XM and the other aligned to the Enlightened. They will migrate to a new location approximately every 7 days. A total of 40 of these artifacts are believed to exist. While both Enlightened and Resistance agents have a shared interest in ensuring that these artifacts reach their destinations, returning the portal network to its full strength, more may be at stake. It is currently believed that the faction that captures the greater number of these artifacts will obtain some additional control over this process. Given the effects of XM artifacts in the past on individuals such as Roland Jarvis and Hank Johnson, I have to question whether or not this victory will be a blessing or a curse. We'll be monitoring the intel map for signs of these artifacts and will update you when further news becomes available. In the meantime, the document, viewable at Niantic Project on Facebook and Google+, reveals many other details about the artifacts that will help agents prepare for their arrival. Despite an effective counteraction spurred on by Linton Wolf last week, Dr. Bogdanovich remains committed to shutting down the portals. A new version of her portal virus has been observed in the wild. Initial measurements suggest that it partially reverses the gains made by agents in their recent push to surpass 700 million mind units. I was able to reach Dr. Martin Schubert, a former Niantic Project researcher, for more details.
The second deployment of the portal virus revealed a significantly more sophisticated attack vector. It appears to decrease the lifespan of a fully charged portal from 5 days to 4 days, a mere 96 hours before it collapses into a neutral state.
Dr. Martin Schubert, you were able to identify the 700 million mind unit target that was a mechanism to mitigate the effects of the initial virus. Is there a cure for the latest version of this virus?
Well, the data is still coming in, but I feel certain that increased portal activity will have a positive effect. At this point, it appears that 1 billion mind units sustained through the end of the Helios Anomalies on August 9th should be enough to counter the latest version of the virus.
Thank you, Dr. Schubert. An entirely new angle to the portal virus surfaced last week. The exotic matter shortage may be having an impact on Enlightened leader Roland Jarvis, the person behind the ironically named Society for the Ethical Treatment of AIs. Jarvis has reportedly become increasingly isolated in his seaside compound, and there are rumours that he is suffering from a sort of affliction. Agent and investigator Z. Meyer of the St. Louis Enlightened speculated that this illness is related to the reduced XM output caused by the portal virus. Reports are coming in that Ada may be negatively affected as well. An audio intercept revealed that Ada, the artificial intelligence originally set up to assist in the Niantic Project research, may have run out of available computing resources. To continue her evolution, she appears to be contemplating leveraging the computing power of the human mind, using it as a kind of vast distributed network. She reportedly requires large quantities of exotic matter for this initiative, which she cannot currently obtain. Having seen the impact of Ada's ingress into the mind of Clue, her first human host, I for one am alarmed at the implications of this plan. If we've learned anything from Ada, based on her past history, it's that she seems to find a way to get what she wants, regardless of the cost. Much is at stake in Helios, and many are affected. I'll be watching the next set of Helios Anomalies as they unfold, and agents race to reach 1 billion mind units in the days leading up to it. Good luck to you all. For the Ingress Report, I'm Susanna Moyer.
We are interested in the effects of exotic matter on our agents.